Welcome back to the channel. The last one was insane. Hunter, you're loud. You hopped up on the something. I haven't read the newspapers. I don't know what he's on now. But I'm sure it's something. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile. It turns out, man, it took a mile to get through that Avenged Sevenfold. It was crazy. But what about us? Samson. I looked. I feel like I must have did this, but I can't find it. And now that we're in a, well, you know, end game, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. And I figure I kind of want to go with the stuff that makes me the most talkative. This is definitely a bus ride. All check boxes on. We're here for love of the game.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster. It doesn't mean I'm...
I had to fix something.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster. It doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security. I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me.
Oh, I've heard
You don't think
this.
I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's what you live in. Hatred and mutiny, that's what we live in. So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if so?
Oh, I was weighing. I bet I was weighing trying to be a reaction channel, like a job, instead of a place where the free exchange of ideas can take place. You know, right down there, and just boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I spurt mine out pretty generously. I'm just saying, it's not a first time. There's going to be a bonus at the end of this.
A minute, see if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that's got my back. It's dog eat dog, these are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to their calls because the cars ain't got no gas. Great.
Oh yeah, I remember this. It must have went on Rumble or something. Maybe at the end, yeah. Oh yeah. Now we'll give Samson credit. I should find some of his non-Samson stuff, and just to give him credit for the badass rapper he is. But he's on it. He's got that Webby level shit. It's that simple.
Any fuel, you don't know if they'll arrive when you call them. The babies are starving. My girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the store and just swipe your card and get a Glock and run. It's funny, the people that say that shit have literally never even shot one. Dumbass. Hey, Matthew McConaughey. Shut the fuck up. Just because you murder people on screen doesn't mean you know shit about guns, you dumb fuck. What? You worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay? Uvalde? I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it. It probably cuts deep, and I hope that it does, because you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will ever be mine. Lord only knows how many crimes that you've influenced throughout your whole career, because I've seen you kill people plenty of times. What do you think is gonna cause a shooting? A YouTube video of a gun review? Or a Hollywood murder scene that seems so realistic it looks like it's from the news? So next time that you wanna...
Now, I think it's a valid argument. I don't actually agree. Samson's awesome. But I'm just saying it's like video games. I think... I use the Ozzy Judas Priest trials. And the fact I grew up in a town full of suicidal goofballs. Bless their hearts. I don't care what you were listening to. It wasn't Ozzy telling you the suicide solution was, 50 years of alcoholism and you misinterpreted it like an idiot. Nah. You could have listened to chamber orchestra, string selections, and you'd still Because that's the big debate. You're not going to go psycho if you're not psycho. Most things outside of it's like murder, right? They got like the lowest recidivist rate. They don't, right? They're never going to probably commit another. I'm not talking about people who love just capping each other. No cap. I'm talking about, like crimes of passion. Shit like that. Outside of those moments, it probably would have never happened. There is debate to be had there. But, I mean, in general, it has to be some pretty extenuating circumstances for most moral people to snap. That's why most of the arguments really suck about taking away every form of protection from people who use it as protection. Damn straight should be equal to every person, every other weapon out there. Just like the superpowers and their mutually assured destruction. Yes, my property has to be as important as your will to give up your own life to obtain that property. Not that stupid argument, my property isn't worth more than your life. Hell no. Your attempt to come and get the property is null and voiding your contract with the mortal coil.
Point your finger with a stupid opinion and chime in with it. Remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying to mimic. I feel way more safe in a place where the people are legally armed. If something happens like a mass shooting, I have a way less chance of being lethally harmed.
Well, that's like the unfortunate truth we're going through right now, watching criminals booked certain ways to skew numbers, and then any good bystander who acts appropriately lets loose with their weapons and saves the day. Those stories get de-amplified. But any political story of an atrocity, of something that goes south on us, every day drum up the fear. How about drum up bravery, resilience, common sense, dignity, honor? Holy crap, what would it all look like if we thought that way? Instead of, it's everybody else's fault. Fuck you all. Me only.
Criminal is gonna think twice if he knows everybody is a piece underneath their clothes. And Mayor Lightfoot will probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before you ask, I don't want to be like Canada either, and I don't want to be like Australia. I'm sick of everybody using them as a humanity meter. There's a reason that they can do whatever they want to their citizens. Like,
down there, it's funny. They can tell you that your language should be controlled, and you should do this, you should do that. Everybody, and it probably shouldn't be that way. I actually feel bad for them New Zealanders, because that I think now I don't know if she's actually doing blow, but they sure look like it. You should, if you're in the public eye, I admit if I touch and scratch my nose, I let you know I'm just got a itchy nose. I haven't been working the blow, but they these people. But hey, remember, those questions aside, they're the only place for the truth. You normies can't think for yourself. You better turn to the government assistance program for truth and services. The Ministry of Truth, as that one guy wrote about in that one book that eventually we won't even be able to talk about no more because it's so coming true.
And there's a reason that our government doesn't even try that shit, because they know that they can't. If you don't think for one split second that if we didn't have...
God, now this is a year ago, but I'm thinking about that because I had an occurrence today that I found odd but wonderful. And I'm going to cut to the chase because this is going to go super long. But the end was like, hey, I'll meet you at the end of the line. Me, my honey, and you will all be there. Because he... as he was filling, it was raining. I was out having a smoke, and he's filling up his tire, and out of the blue, just starts talking about the jibbity jab and being played. And I was like, that's weird. I'm like, that's awesome. You said that, dude. I'm like, me and the wife, we're all. That's just how I say it. It's easier that way. I like me and the wife was always. I mean, you saw the documents, right? Yeah, they got released. They wanted to keep them for you. We use it as a segue just to say, wow, it is so refreshing to hear someone say that. And it was, and it is. And I'm not a betting man, but I would think they're going to struggle with some of the... I think a lot more people going to snap this time around when they try to, here, election/COVID/riot season's got to be coming up soon. And we'll see how that all plays out. It's going to be hella interesting.
Our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it. You're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or how or what you vote. That's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one, fucking don't. And why would I? What have they done? Give me a reason for me to believe them. They want to trade me a little security in exchange for a big-ass piece of my...
Holy shit, there's what I'm saying. I do not think good people will snap. The psychopathy inclined, I think they're gonna. So all you have to do is think about the side that's already terrified to go in public. Now, the people who were in that boat last time, but now have said, holy, I got played. That's the group I'm talking about. The same people sitting around wishing things would change are going to just keep wishing things that would change until that actual legal permission to save their world, country, whatever comes. If it never comes, I don't think they're all going to join arms. I mean, I just think that's a commie fantasy scenario for a gun grab. It just doesn't seem very realistic. But all the people that triple masked last time, quadruple jabbed, but then found out or read those documents and like the dude filling up his tire who are really angry. What are they going to do when pushed into a corner this time around? Because we saw, they know how they acted the first time. Hook, line, sinker. They were in the net. They're being dragged alongside the boat next to a couple long necks. Just in the trap.
Freedom. They don't want to take away guns because they care about you and they want to keep you safe at night. They want to take away guns because it's easy to control people if they don't have any way to fight.
Hey buddy, what's your little AR-15 gonna do when the government comes to take it?
Well, Ukraine started handing out rifles to all of the citizens when the Russians invaded, so what about that? I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something. This is the only country on earth where the people have real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, it's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that I look or I sound when I say this shit, but our Second Amendment's the only thing that stands between us and a dictatorship.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember.
And as for the kids, I'm not a security expert, so I won't act like one. But I think that if we can send over $50 billion to Ukraine, we could surely spend that much, or more, or less, here in our own country to fortify our schools and make them more secure so that every kid can get an education safe and sound. Place several trained armed guards in every school across America. You know, real men who won't stand by for 45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay them well, too. There's veterans that need the work. Why not protect our kids the same way that we protect you? Politicians are protected by guns. Celebrities are protected by guns. Every important person that walks this earth is protected by a gun. But our kids,
No.
they're important. Just not as much as you.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it so well. I don't know where it went, or I don't know where it went. I don't know what I did. I was gonna put a bonus. I was gonna 1. So I'm just gonna do it as another video and link it. But I'm doing it again today, right now. So it's time. It's been a while. In fact, I'm gonna hook it up while we talk here, or while I ramble. You know. I don't know if it's song. I can't. That's bad. I can't remember his name. There it is. Tiller Wills. We're gonna. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be right back with another. It's time. It's been long enough. Today's the day. I'll see you in a bit. The link up here in the description. It'll probably be worth it.